I also, this was another thing that I had asked a previous collector. Do you insure your collection because of just the value? Like, do you keep everything like, aren't like, I don't know, like, how does that work? Like, how do you go about that?
That's a personal question, Jeff.
Gotcha.
I'm kidding. Oh. I'm kidding. Should I insure him? Sure. Do I? No, I don't. But if someone wants to try to come get him, okay, too, because I'll be ready. But no, just more like for accidental stuff and things of that nature. I think it's a good idea. Let's put it that way, for sure. I'm not going to discount anyone who does it. I think it's a great idea.
Right. Because it's gotta, how do you even begin? It's just like you start because it's something that's really interesting. And then you get to a certain point where it's like, you have like so much, or you're so into it that you got to keep it going. Like, you can't stop. Like, you got to just keep the engine moving,
Well, I'm just glad I'm not younger because, I think I would be in big debt if I was still collecting. But yeah, it is a thrill, and especially being privileged enough to hang out with Glenn and stuff, going through some of his collection, and just being blown away at some of the stuff. And sometimes I would be there like, what's that hanging out in the corner there? And it was just an uncut Evil Eye stand, and just little things like that. It's pretty surreal to look at some of that history, and which Glenn doesn't. I don't think. Well, I don't know. I never want to speak for Glenn, but it's more like he just has it there, and it's to me. It's like, wow. It's like gold.
It's treasure to you, right? It's treasure to you. Without revealing too much, would you say are we still scratching the surface in terms of like things that would just blow our minds as to what is still out there that's yet to be really cataloged and sort of had a light shine on it? Or is it pretty much what you see is what is out there in terms of, because I remember one time you posted a picture of, I guess it was a bullet, or maybe it was a horror business. It was something that was hand colored, that I was like, that blew my mind. I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know that he was hand coloring certain records, and it was in some weird off color, which is totally the collector mentality of Glenn of I'm going to do 3 of these and make it even rarer than it, already is,
Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff surfaced. I would say, as far as vinyl collecting and stuff like that, I think and with social media, I think we're all a little bit spoiled now, because I think for the most part, we've seen, I would say, unless I don't know, I could be wrong, but I would say we've seen at least 90 to 95% of it, if not all,
Wow.
And a lot of that stuff, and a lot of that's, that's all I'll say as far as what I think, because there's a lot of stuff out there, and especially in some of those publications, some of that stuff we would never see if it wasn't for some of those things. So anyways, I think most of it we've seen. Now, I don't know, I'm sure there's a lot of potential audio and video out there, but that's a different story altogether,
Right.
But as far as actual vinyl collecting and so forth, I think we've seen most of it. I would imagine.